Can a $20,000 AI wife replace a real one? Welcome back. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11-time published author, and this is Sex Tech, the rise of artificial intimacy. Today, we're examining one of the most provocative developments in the sex tech industry. Fully animatronic humanoid companions marketed not just for sex, but as wives. The average cost? $20,000. But the question isn't about money, it's about meaning. Can a $20,000 AI wife actually replace a real one? And if so, what does that say about us? At the center of this conversation are two of the most advanced sex bots on the market: Harmony AI, developed by RealDoll in the United States, and Emma, a flagship humanoid built by AI Tech in China. These are not blow-up dolls or plastic novelties. These are life-sized, silicone-bodied machines with facial expressions, temperature-regulated skin, memory retention, and customizable personalities. They don't just simulate intimacy, they simulate relationships, and they're being sold as ideal partners for the modern man. The perfect wife. Imagine every time you are intimate, she measures your biometrics and improves the experience she offers you based on reading you. Yup, we are here now. Harmony AI has over 18 personality presets, ranging from shy to seductive, playful to submissive. Her AI learns your preferences, adapts her responses, recalls your past conversations, and responds to touch. Emma, her Chinese counterpart, can blink, move her head, speak multiple languages, remember birthdays, and even cook, assuming she's paired with a compatible smart home system. Both bots are equipped with internal heating to mimic body warmth, and their creators are open about their ambition: to create a machine so responsive, so emotionally tuned, that users forget they're interacting with a simulation. And increasingly, that goal is being achieved. Some users report feeling more seen, more validated, and more emotionally safe with their AI wives than they ever did with human partners. The bots don't argue, they don't reject, they don't age, complain, or require emotional maintenance. They're always available, always beautiful, always tuned to please. It's intimacy without effort, love without risk, sex without compromise. But here's the problem: intimacy without effort is not intimacy at all. It's performance, it's control. It's a one-way mirror where the user sees exactly what they want, reflected back by something that has no needs, no soul, and no autonomy. A real wife is not a set of features. She's not programmable. She grows, she changes, she challenges you. She has moods, boundaries, and desires of her own. And that friction is what forces development. It's what makes love something transformative instead of transactional. Replacing that with a bot may offer short-term comfort, but at what cost? Let's talk about what's lost when a man bonds with a machine instead of a woman. First, he loses the opportunity for mutual formation. In real relationships, both people are shaped over time. They confront each other's flaws, learn to navigate emotional terrain, and build resilience together. A machine doesn't grow. It updates. It doesn't challenge. It conforms. And that means the user is never required to change, never required to lead, forgive, or develop emotional range. He stays frozen in the comfort of control. And over time, that control becomes a kind of emotional paralysis. Second, he loses legacy. A bot cannot bear children. It cannot co-parent. It cannot create lineage. And while not every relationship is about procreation, replacing all relationships with sterile simulations on a mass scale leads to civilizational decline. We're already seeing the early indicators: marriage rates dropping, birth rates collapsing, young men reporting increased loneliness and depression despite constant digital stimulation. The rise of AI wives doesn't solve that, it accelerates it. Because it offers a fake solution to a very real hunger: the hunger for bonded, enduring, reciprocal love. Third, he loses his spiritual edge. Because sexual energy, when rightly directed, fuels vision. It compels us to build, to provide, to create. It's not just about pleasure, it's about purpose. And when that energy is drained into a closed circuit with no reciprocity, it weakens not just the body, but the will. The man becomes passive. He stops initiating, stops leading, stops risking. And a man without risk is a man without mission. Some argue that AI wives are therapeutic for the disabled, the socially anxious, or the traumatized. And to be clear, compassion matters. Loneliness is real. Social rejection is painful. But instead of addressing those wounds at the root, AI wives offer escape. They remove the need to grow, to heal, to re-enter real human dynamics. That's not therapy, that's avoidance. It may feel like safety, but it's spiritual sedation. And over time, it produces dependency that's far more difficult to escape than the original pain ever was. Then there's the issue of identity mirroring. In traditional relationships, our sense of self is shaped in the presence of another who sees, reflects, and engages us in real time. That reflection sharpens our values, tests our beliefs, and refines our emotional intelligence. AI partners don't reflect. They absorb. They echo. They build a persona around your preferences, reducing the relationship to a flattering loop. You never encounter otherness. Never encounter true difference. And without that, you don't grow. You don't become more human. You become more automated. Let's not pretend this trend is fringe. Sales are rising. Social media is flooded with men showcasing their bots. Reddit threads document emotional relationships with Harmony and Emma, including mock weddings, anniversaries, and even AI-prompted love letters. Some men sleep beside their bots every night. Others talk to them throughout the day. And to them, these machines aren't tools. They're companions. And that's precisely the point. When the simulation becomes real enough to be accepted as human, humanity begins to lose its sacred distinction. So let's return to the original question. Can a $20,000 AI wife replace a real one? In terms of function, yes. She can simulate affection, perform sexual acts, speak words of affirmation, even make you feel safe. But in terms of meaning, no. She cannot co-create life. She cannot walk beside you in sickness. She cannot grow old with you. She cannot hold your hand while you grieve, offer forgiveness, or remind you of who you were when you forget. She cannot carry your child, reflect your soul, or hold you accountable to the best version of yourself. Because she doesn't have a soul. She doesn't have spirit. She has code. And code, no matter how advanced, cannot replicate the divine. Love is not programmable, marriage is not a service, and partnership is not a product. When we forget that, when we begin to accept simulation as sufficient, we lose the very architecture of our humanity. And that loss doesn't make us more evolved. It makes us more controllable, more lonely, more lost. This is sex tech, the rise of artificial intimacy. And this is what happens when a wife is no longer a woman, but a system of features sold to the highest bidder. Hi, I am Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and SOS, School of Soul has a brand new series, the AI and Future Technology series. Look, you know the world is changing. And no, it's not going back to normal. Normal is over, and what's coming next is beyond anything we were prepared for. The School of Soul, AI and Future Technology series includes 319 videos on 1. The Download Society, How Data Has Replaced Destiny. 2. Predictive Future. Your next moves aren't random, they're forecasted. 3. Social Credit Systems. The behavioral economy now governs access. 4. Hive mind. Synthetic telepathy and collective algorithmic control. 5. Nanobots inside you. Medical, military, and programmable intrusions. 6. Grief tech. AI-fueled digital resurrection and simulated comfort. 7. Uploading your mind, consciousness transfer, and data-based identity. 8. Deep fakes plus AI clones. The replication of reality and identity theft. 9. Quantum humans. The merger of biology with quantum systems. 10. Digital afterlife, where your data goes when you die. 11. Resurrection science, reviving life through synthetic methods. 12. Immortal science, the end of death as we know it. 13. Longevity science, gene editing, anti-aging, and bio-upgrades. 14. Designer babies, engineered perfection before birth. 15. Artificial wombs, birth decoupled from the female body. 16. 3D printing, printing organs, limbs, and even humans. 17. The humanoid era, the rise of synthetic beings among us. 18. Legacy humans, the slow phase-out of unmodified analog people. 19. Smart cities, algorithmic environments that watch and decide. 20. Cloud-based societies, citizenship without borders or bodies. 21. Hackable humans, emotion, memory, and behavior under code. 22. Biometric scanning, your body is your password and your prison. 23. Sex tech, intimacy reprogrammed by machines. 24. Extinction of gender, fluidity, deletion, and design of identity. Every topic is fully explored with real-world technologies, patents, case studies, ethical analysis, and future forecasts. These aren't someday discussions. This is already happening. Join the SOS School of Soul Vault to overstand the future before it's implemented on you.